your hands in the air, it's
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
mixing sodas with the beer, it's
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
so why don't everybody cheer it?
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
This is the one right here, yo.
Throw your hands in the air, it's
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
mixing sodas with the beer, it's
Dr. Do, Dr.
so
Do.
why don't everybody cheer it?
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
This is the one right here, yo.
You got
What is y'all, your social media platform artist and the host of the great YouTube channel. I'm your host, the one and only Dr. Do here, everyone. How are we on this wonderful Sunday morning right here, y'all? Today's video, we are going to do another dark truth story right here, y'all. This one might be interesting all y'all right here. I'm going to talk about one of the most iconic cartoon show that ever came out back in the late 60s and still remain as a major cultural cartoon change right there, and all the change in America. It's still running to this day with all these spin-offs and stuff. We're going to do a dark truth of Scooby-Doo. I'm going to talk to you guys about Scooby-Doo, the lore, the mystery about this group, and all the truth about what is really happening to these guys and what truth about them. I want to talk about the two characters of the mystery gang and what is the real truth about them and why they're like that. Alright, y'all? Before we get started, you guys new to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit notification down below, comment down below and see what you guys think about this video right here. And also, you guys want Dr. Do merch, go to comment below to get you guys shirts, drinkwares, hats like this one right here. Look at that, Dr. Do hat. Give you guys one of those right there. And also, our newest Dr. Do merch, this is the one right here. I recommend y'all get you guys one of those. And also, you guys want a drink that give you enough hydration and enough energy, or a drink that will give you strength right here, y'all. Well, go to Beat Chart to give you guys these doctor stuff right here, y'all. Dr. Do hydration and Dr. Do energy and Dr. Do protein right here. So they're the chocolate version online. I recommend give you guys some good old Dr. Do drinks right here, y'all. So without further ado, let's get this party started, y'all. Okay, so the truth about the mystery gang and these monsters is we had to look at also Scooby-Doo, what his part of the truth is. But the truth is about the mystery gang, out of the five, Fred and Shaggy are the ones I want to talk to you guys mostly about what the truth about Shaggy and Fred. What if I tell you that these guys are not just regular people at all? When we look at Fred and Shaggy, they had something that no one knows about, alright? What if I tell you that these two are actually Army veterans? Right there. Yeah, the truth is that Shaggy and Fred were serving the U.S. military during the Cold War. Alright, y'all? The reason for this proof because look at there were some hints about Shaggy. Remember in the Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, he was in boot camp and stuff. The truth is that it kind of hinted about the story about Shaggy and what he before he met the gang itself, or he was a mystery gang right there. And when you look at Fred with his traps and stuff, those traps could be used in like combat right there. When you think about it, when you think about Fred, he's a great expert at traps. He must have been he too was a U.S. Army soldier as well, but in different branches. Shaggy was about in the U.S. Army, like regular Army. Well, Fred is was in the U.S. Marines. Like helping out the U.S. Army in the embassy, either NVAs or Viet Cong right there. For them, I see them that they were in fact U.S. soldier. For Shaggy, I think that to me that the reason why they both are like that, or should I say, became like that or accepted like that, because Shaggy, for him being scared and cowardly, he was suffering from PTSD syndrome, which caused him to have flashback to the event that led him become like that. Alright, be scared and stuff. Shaggy was probably facing the ambush by the NVA alongside with his battalion of 300 U.S. soldiers, probably around like somewhere near the borders of South Vietnam, where they were ambushed by like hundreds of Viet Cong or NVA forces on that perimeter, where Shaggy and his battalion are starting to be pinned down and being shredded one by one, eventually causing him to abandon his whole entire battalion, but due to the immense darkness that which he and his men cannot see any enemy soldiers except for gunshot firing everywhere in the jungles. Eventually he survived the ambush, and the whole his old Thai battalion almost got wiped out following the aftermath of that. And also for him, that ambush and the event that happened to him caused him to have a biggest shock to him by not doing what he wanted to do now. It also causing him to not following orders of fighting. So what happened to him? He basically got sent to military hospital where he could get treated with the PTSD and the shock that he went through. Because we see that in multiple stories in the Vietnam War, where some U.S. soldiers abandoned their battalion without following orders, or due to the fact they don't know what's going on and what is happening to them in the battles. When you think about it, that way we've seen multiple incidents like this, because the Vietnam War was a nightmare to us, because you don't know who is a Viet Cong or an NVA. Okay, so next is Fred. Fred, in particular, wasn't basically a military soldier, maybe mostly being a U.S. Marine. For him, because he was basically a trap expert on how to trap either animals or trapping his enemies. Because he basically was part of a platoon that is a expert on traps and how to disarm it or how to make one. One of the biggest events I think will have happened to him when one of his traps might have set off accidentally by one of his battalions, or NVA had created a trap that is so I'm sorry, I got lost. I say a lot, didn't I? Alright? Either because of the NVA had created a trap that became impossible to look for it, or equally knowing that there was a trap at the wall. But I think that to me that Fred's trap might have cost the life of one of his own men, which caused him to have some sort of a paranoia about that. And he basically went on to try to do more trap, but however, some of his trap might have caused some accident or almost caused a person to die. And so, eventually, for Fred, I think he was either, he too was sent to the military hospital as well to get treated for the same thing that what happened to Shaggy, but differently. And also, when it comes to what happened to them, they basically got discharged or no longer will be serving in the military due to the event that both Shaggy and Fred have went through. And also, they will have took like a year or so to recover from the events that they went through in the Vietnam War. But however, for Shaggy, still trying to recover from it. But however, with his PTSD and the memories of what happened to him in that ambush, I think that Shaggy won't be able to recover from it at all. But however, the U.S. military decided to create some sort of a drug or a food that would help Shaggy with his mental situation that he was in. And so I think that this one right here is where everybody know what this one little food is, okay? and the U.S. military had basically created this one little food that would help him calm his senses or keep him relaxed. The Scooby snacks. Yeah, the Scooby snacks actually are Shaggy medicine or something like that, because I think that they used that for him to help recover, because I think there were stuff that would help him be relaxed and mellow and stuff, like some marijuana oil and some little edible shrooms I believe they had inside the edibles, and also some morphine, other thing that would keep his whole tired mind relaxed. And so they decided to hire two nurses, which y'all might want to know who, Velma and Daphne. The truth is, these two are actually medical nurses for both Fred and Shaggy. Velma for Shaggy and Daphne for Fred. Yeah, you see why I'm going there, man? And also, Daphne is the only one that will help him really get Fred to realize that there are no traps at all. Flea would stop doing traps. And also Daphne is also basically helping Fred to make sure that he did not want to do any of those or suffer from the memory that caused Fred to have so obsession with traps. Right there. And also then we get to Scooby. Scooby is actually a military service dog for Shaggy. I mean, it makes sense for Scooby to be by Shaggy's side, because all military veterans that suffer from these things either need or not need a military service dog, which mostly they need a service dog to help them, keep them relieved or help them recover and all that stuff right there. Get what I mean? And although when you hear him talking, it's the Scooby snack that caused Shaggy to hear things, because the Scooby snack does have side effects on Shaggy by causing him to hear things. All right, and believe me, I just realized the main reason why. And so with Daphne, Velma, and Scooby, are the only ones that helping Shaggy and Fred recover from the military violence they were in Vietnam. And also, what you guys think about it? Following after that, they have decided to let them discharge from the military hospital. Instead, I see that Fred and Shaggy might have done like a little idea they want to do, like do some sort of mystery right there. And also, I think that the monsters that were in costume and stuff, to me, they were not really are what they appear to be. Like, what the reason why they are actual monsters is not really true. With the crazy, we see them always get arrested and stuff, but in reality, they're not really getting arrested. Why am I saying that? Because the truth is that Velma and Daphne had this idea for Shaggy and Fred to be on the road trip to places that are either haunted or said to have monsters living in those haunted places. Which, in reality, they told them this to go there so they can use this project of theirs to see if they can recover or be brave enough to take on monsters that hold on, Mountain Dew right there. So, anyways, people who decide that monsters are actually paid by the U.S. military to see if Fred and Shaggy really are recovering from the traumas that they were having by hiring people like the folks that were in those towns or the folks that own haunted houses. they were just here to help them out with that. We also, for Fred, the only way for him to the only thing that they needed for him to go to Haunted Mansion is to help him recover from help him do some traps, like have his confidence of doing traps again, or trying to make sure he does not do a trap, like be afraid of this thing and run away from it. I think that when we see people getting removed, had their masks removed, they basically didn't do their job well. That way I see. And we look at Shaggy, when he see a monster, he gets scared and run away. Which I think that the military tried to have him not be afraid of no more, and have the edible Scooby-Doo snacks to help him get his confidence or his whole entire body to relax. Alright? Essentially, they've been trying to do that. They've been doing that multiple times in order for those to recover this way. Alright? And Velma and Dabney we had to make sure they both are having progressed really well. Alright? They've been probably do that for many decades. I think that he's still doing that to this day to help them still recover. Alright? It kind of attracted to hear the truth about Fred and Shaggy, because the way they went through in the Vietnam War had shaped them so much and caused them to go to do these things which we see them do on TV and stuff to this day. Fred is still trying to do traps and try to capture monster, even though that the military tried to keep him from doing that scenario in the outside world, and also keeping Shaggy from suffering from PTSD or stop being afraid of anything around him. And also the Scooby-Doo as a service dog really does help Shaggy to relieve the scare, the fear that Shaggy always had. Which I'm glad for Scooby to be a military service dog. That is a good thing for Shaggy, because he needed a friend and a pal to recover right there. And there you have it. This is the dark truth about the whole entire reason about these Scooby-Doo gang and what their real reason for this. Alright, y'all? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope y'all have a great day. Please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to down below, comment down below what you guys think about my opinion about this. And I'll see you guys next time right here, y'all. Peace out, y'all.